Hello and good morning, everyone, and welcome to the webinar. My name is Richard Buck. I'm an application engineer here at Transoft Solutions, and today I'll be talking about AutoTURN Online, which is the premier online solution for performing turn analysis. Now, the webinar for today is tailored for new and existing users of AutoTURN Online, and this session will also be sent to you as a recording in a follow-up email. Now, first, let me start with a quick introduction, which is that AutoTURN is the industry standard for turning path analysis, and it's used in over 120 countries and running on a variety of CAD software. Now, the differences between AutoTURN versions can be found in functionality, ranging from an essential tool set to advanced 3D swept path analysis tools. Now, AutoTURN Pro even includes leading-edge AI technology to automate swept path generation with IntelliPath. And now you can verify your designs for a quick vehicle check, or you can lay out geometric design of your projects, and that's then directly within your web browser. And this is what we'll be looking at today. You can simply go to AutoTURN Online on any PC or Mac with an internet connection and start it there. First, I'll talk a little bit about how it works and how to get started with AutoTURN Online. Then I'm going to touch on the topics that you see here, which are the vehicle bundles, how you can upload your own designs and your drawings to AutoTURN Online, how to perform forward and reverse vehicle maneuvers. And then I will show you a new feature, which is the integration with Google Maps, and also how you can manage the simulations within your design. So with AutoTURN Online, you can quickly, easily, and confidently perform turning path analysis directly in your web browser, and that's without the need of a CAD software. In fact, no installation is required at all, and this means that you can access it anywhere and anytime as long as you have an internet connection. And let me explain this in 3 easy steps. So in step 1, you can import your base plan, whether it's a sketch or aerial image, DWG or DXF file, or even terrain information coming straight out of Google Maps. Then in the next step, you choose the right design vehicle for the scenario. And in the last step, you actually will do the simulations in forward or reverse. Then you can save this these simulations back to a drawing. You can export them back to CAD and overlay them in the original drawing file. Now, to give you some ideas on how you could use AutoTURN Online, here are a few scenarios. You can perform review designs. You may come across the need to rapidly perform vehicle checks to validate a design or evaluate clearances between other vehicles or objects. You might want to verify different movements for different vehicle types, or perform vehicle checks on a design document that was not provided in a CAD format. If we look at conceptual design, that's if you want to perform analysis on an aerial image, test different concepts, or you're just trying to convey ideas on vehicle circulation movements for internal staff or clients. And then in the last scenario, if you're going to talk about detailed design, if you're a user that's working on another CAD platform which does not have a tool for turning path analysis, then you'd still be able to save your designs out to DWG or DXF. And even if you're using a CAD software that's not operated on a Mac OS computer, just as long as you have CAD software that can export designs to DWG or DXF, then AutoTURN Online can use it. So when you are getting started with AutoTURN Online and you go to the website, AutoTURNOnline.com, you can log into your account, or if you're a new user, you can sign up. Now then you select your working region, and from here you also have access to your region's purchasing options. So once you're signed in to AutoTURN Online, you start your session, or you start from the AutoTURN Online Drawings menu. And from here, you start a new drawing, or you select an existing drawing that you were already working on. Then if you look in the upper right side, you can purchase vehicle bundles that you need for your project. And let me tell you more about the vehicle bundles. So when you click on this Get Vehicles button, you're presented with this page with the available vehicle bundles for you to browse. You can click on the tiles and browse the bundle for a suitable design vehicle. Also on the left, you can apply search filters. And for example, you can do a specific text search for a vehicle, or apply filters for a specific region, or even search on a specific manufacturer brand. So when you make a selection of certain regions, only the vehicle bundles for those regions will be displayed. And the filter conveniently allows you to select multiple regions. And within the regions, you can refine the filtering further by selecting the desired design publication. And this method of searching will allow you to easily find the correct design vehicle for your projects. Now, besides the official regional guideline bundles, AutoTURN Online also offers additional bundles with realistic vehicles. So we have bundles for city vehicles, construction and mining vehicles, and port and transport vehicles. Now, for example, the city vehicles bundle comes with passenger and emergency vehicles, recreational and refuse collection vehicles, also snow removal and transit vehicles. And if we delve even deeper into the city vehicles bundle and select passenger vehicles, we can see what types are included. So the selection offers a wide range of everyday use, family cars, sports cars, but also luxury vehicles, electrical, delivery vans, SUVs, and pickup trucks. So when you decide to buy a vehicle bundle, you can choose between two options, being annual and monthly subscription, whichever is the best option for you. So what I'll do is now start my first design, and let me open my drawings view. Okay, so let me go and go to this first step, which is how you can import your own image into AutoTURN Online. So like I mentioned, first you will start up in your drawings view. From here you can click your new drawing option. So then AutoTURN Online will bring you this option where you can either upload an image, upload CAD geometry, or integrate your designs within a Google Map area. So I will start by uploading an image. And the image types I can select are JPEG or PNG. And when I select the file, I'm going to select this scan of a sketch that we have. And the first thing that you need to do for AutoTURN Online is set a reference scale. So this little tooltip gives you that information, and what I need to do is just zoom in on a specific area. Let's do that here, and I can just simply click and point to another section, and already gives me a reference distance that I can actually correct so that AutoTURN Online can scale it to the correct distance. So the reference is already not too bad, so I'm going to click on OK, and AutoTURN Online scales this image to the right scale. Now, then first thing I will do is go to my vehicles window, and this is a list of all the vehicle bundles that are assigned to my account. So the more vehicle bundles you use, you will see them in this list. So this list enables you to scroll through the whole list. Here you can see the libraries that I have installed. So that was a lot of freight, transport, vehicles, etc. So my list is quite long, and also the current vehicle that I've selected is not the one that I want to use. But I have a convenient search bar over here on the right where I want to search for this passenger vehicle, which is this Tesla Model S. So here you can see all the dimensions. If I want to see more detailed information, where the source of this vehicle comes from, and with an OK, I'm confirming that this will be my vehicle to perform some simulations with. Now here, the next one is my generate arcpath simulation command that allows me to really place the vehicles in my sketch. So it's just like I was working in a CAD environment. I can use my mouse to pan and use the mouse wheel to scroll and zoom in. And then when I'm placing the vehicle, I'm just placing it with a left mouse click. Now at that moment, you can see my ArcPath window coming in, giving me some additional information about steering lock angle and the current centerline radius, the design speed that I'm working with. So yeah, to go into this area, I'm going to keep using this current speed, and let me make a right. So it's very easy. I'm just pointing and clicking into the desired direction. Just going to continue making a longer segment right here. Let's make a smooth turn into this area, and from this point on, I might want to go and turn and set this vehicle into the stall, and let's finish out the straight. And when I'm finished, I'm just going to do a right click and select finish, which ends my simulation command. So this is, as you can see, fairly easy. So within a couple of clicks, zooming in, panning, just like you're in a CAD environment, you're just going to do that very easy. So one other simulation that I would like to place is a simulation with this vehicle. So we have different types of Fords, and specifically a Ford Transit that I want to use. So this is the delivery van that I want to do. There's an area in our design where we need to check the vehicle access for delivery vans. So we'll zoom into this service yard area. Zoom in a little bit closer for you, and perform this simulation again. So it will come in here from the main road. So here we go, we have our vehicle coming in. Like so. And also what I want to do is when this vehicle is going to make a delivery, it needs to just pre-align a little into this corner, and from there on reverse, so that it will be able to easily access the doors here at the entrance of the building. So once it's there, my vehicle's placed, and you can easily see that also this vehicle can maneuver in to the service yard area. Now, once you have some more simulations in place, and you want to save just this part out and send it back to one of your colleagues or some other stakeholders, thing you would do is, well, first let me save this design and then I can actually export it. And since I started with a image reference, then I can also export it out to an image file. So in this case, it's called parking layout, and I'll call this access. So when I save it, the copy will be saved locally on the location I chose. And when I open this image, it opens on my other screen. So let me move this in. And here you can see, make this a little bigger. Here you can see the simulation that I just generated, and they are now part of the original image. So this is a way how you can easily do some vehicle simulation checks on existing images and also export those back and communicate these designs to your relevant stakeholders. All right, let me close this and go to the next example. I'm going to leave this site. And once I've saved this design, you can see that it has become part of the AutoTURN drawings list. So you can see the parking layout. Now let me quickly go to the next example where I upload some CAD geometry. So you can choose between a DWG, DXF, or 12 XML file. So this is the DWG file that I want to work with. So I'm going to click on Open. You can see the file size, the drawing units that I want to be working with, and click on OK. So what I will do is test two scenarios. The first one I'll test will be with a city bus. Let me type in city transit. So this filters out all the vehicles that belong, in this case, to the library of city transit. Then I can look for the vehicle that I want to work with. So I can scroll to the list. So let's see over here. I think this is the one that I want to use. Okay, let me click OK to close it and confirm this selection. And then when I activate my ArcPath command again, let me zoom into this bottom left area a little bit. So we're coming in from this direction. Also, when I move my cursor, I can orient the vehicle. Once it's oriented, I can go around this corner, then let me go all the way up. Let me undo this step. My mouse was a little bit funny there. And here I want to make this turn, be mindful of the curves there. And again, and then park this bus vehicle next to the other buses here at the upper part of this building and say finish. So here we have the route of our first vehicle that we want to park here at that bus stop location. Then I want to place another vehicle, but in this case I want to do a semi-trailer. In this case, let me select a vehicle from an existing European guideline from Germany in this case. So it's a very common semi-trailer vehicle. And let me place it from this position right here. And from this point, I want to make a right turn when my vehicle goes into this direction. So this turn is a bit tight, so I'm using a little bit more room on the left side of the main road, as you can see. Okay. Let me move this vehicle all the way over here. And once I'm here, I want to do sort of a pre-alignment to get my vehicle combination into the right pre-alignment to do a reverse maneuver. So I have a little graphical issue. As you can see, there are a lot of vehicles on screen at the moment, but should clean up so it's a little tricky maneuver. I'm just a little bit off, as you can see. See, I hope if I can adjust this a little bit better. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit off today, but as you can see, there would be a conflict, and I just need to undo one last step. Let's undo 2 steps here. Then the red arrow allows me to continue in a forward maneuver again. So let's do it like this and try again. So now here at the rear of the vehicle, you can see this blue arrow. I'm just clicking that again. See, that's a little better. Okay, one last click. Trying to make it perfect. Like this, and finish. Okay, so now my simulation has been cleaned up. Still, I want to focus on a couple of areas along the simulation, and I can do that by using this place vehicle in simulation command. And this one allows me to just click inside of the simulation and then place an additional vehicle symbol purely for illustration or analysis purposes, so that you can identify that in this area, for example, you do not have any curb conflicts. So let's do one over here to make it a little more interesting. Then go around the corner. Just do one vehicle before the realignment, and let's do a finish. So you can do that also for other simulations. Just place any vehicle symbol with this place vehicle in simulation command. If you place too many, you can easily remove them again from the simulation, of course. Also, what I want to do is just place a little vehicle profile in the drawing so that you can see what vehicle was used when performing the simulation. So for this last one, when I click insert or place the vehicle profile, it collects all the data from the vehicle bundle, and this information will be displayed in your design. So it gives you all the dimensions, width, and steering characteristics. All right, so that's the CAD access example. And what you can do, let me just quickly save it. And also here you have the option to export the file. And since we started with CAD geometry, we can also export this out to a DWG file again, or a DXF if you want. So I'm saving it there, but I won't open my CAD software and look at the simulations for now, because we need to go to our next example. And in this case, I'm not going to go through close, but immediately clicking new here, which brings me to the same window to select a background type. And what I want to do now is select a Google image. So this integration allows us to immediately get some map information, and initially it will start from your current location. So we are about here in the center of Rotterdam, and place the location where I want to zoom to is, where is it? It's in this green area here. We have some office buildings that I want to perform some simulations around. And this is the building area that we need to check. So just like you do in Google Maps, you just zoom in by scrolling, and when you pan, you just press and hold your left mouse button right there. So checks what I need to do are with two types of vehicles. First, I need to do a check for some fire trucks. And let me, when I type in fire, I should already get some good examples here. So here we have all kinds of different vehicles to be working with. And the one that I'm looking for is this one, Mercedes Iconic build. So when I'm clicking on OK and want to do my simulations, I actually will do two. So the first one will be a route where I will be accessing the building area from this direction. So I'll come in from the north side. And from here, we're going to turn into this little back road. Ah, there it is. Yeah, so the fire department would need to be able to access this area over here. And as you can see, there's more than enough maneuvering space. So that when we make it all the way to the back of this buildings, we can easily get there. Then I'm going to do another one, which also comes in from the same direction but needs to access the area over here. So let me place the vehicle again. Go in here and start the turn. Coming in a little bit wider, but we have more than enough maneuvering space over there. Just need to be sure I'm gonna stay clear of these this parking row. And this little obstacle that I can just maneuver around. Etc. and finish and maneuver this vehicle where it will need to go. So we established that these routes are possible. And the last one that I will do, is a different vehicle for a garbage truck. So let me type in garbage, so we don't have anything listed as garbage, but we do have as refuse collection vehicles. So going down this list, we have, I think this is the larger one that I want to use. Yeah, so I'm going to take this 5000 one and select that. Also, yeah, the more simulations you place in your design, how more cluttered your designs will become. Now, AutoTURN Online also has this managed simulation option where you can actually hide the simulation that you already placed. So not only do you see that name, but you can change this name, where I'm gonna rename this to Fire Department 1 and number 2. Oh, and before I close this window, I also want to disable the display for those simulations. Now, with the current vehicle selected, just placing another one. Let's go right here and what I need to do is pre-align my vehicle over here. And from this point, I need to make a reverse maneuver and reach the pickup location over there. So when I reverse, just need to make sure that I have enough length to make this rear simulation or reverse simulation. And there it is. So once it's there, we can have another route. And also when this vehicle leaves this area again, and let me start from this position on. So I'm not going to show you how it leaves again, but let's make it a little longer and quicker simulation. So over here we have another pickup point that we need to get to. This is going to be a little trickier turn, but something we need to get to. So over here we're reversing. All the way here. Almost there. one last turn. And this is where we reach the second pickup. So when I finish, we've established that also this is a simulation that the vehicle can do, and then from here it can leave the area again and continue. So once you have all your simulations in place, and maybe want to combine different simulations, again, you can go to the Manage Simulation option, and from here you could say, all right, we have our last simulation that I want to show for the garbage truck, and the first one for, the second one for the emergency route. So this then would be your checked simulations. And again, like you were exporting an image or a DWG, I will save the file here. I'll get access check. And also now when we export, we're exporting the images, but also the Google image, and it will be exported as a PNG file. So again, we're getting an image, and when we open this image out, we're getting some Google backgrounds. There's a little mishap there. I don't know what's going on, but in any case, you can see the output as a PNG, showing you the result of the AutoTURN Online and Google Maps integration. All right, so with that, I've ended my examples that I wanted to show you. Let me quickly switch back to my PowerPoint presentation. So when we look at this list, it's just a short recap of what I've shown you, which is that AutoTURN Online allows you to simulate forward and reverse simulations. You can visualize the turning space and clearances, design vehicles, that would be guideline and manufacturer vehicles. So you can perform analysis on aerial images or sketches. It is quite a easy step to export all the information out to a DWG file. The advantage is that you can work either on a PC or on a Mac, and as long as you have an internet connection, you can access your designs anywhere and anytime. Now, all the data that you generate and all the files that you upload, they are stored in a safe and secure location. And of course, all the simulations that you're performing, they are generated with the trusted AutoTURN technology. Yeah, with that, I've come to the end of today's session, and I hope you've all enjoyed it. And when the webinar ends, a survey will be presented to you automatically, and we kindly ask you to please complete this survey and provide us your feedback. So yeah, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to attend this webinar session, and as always, I want to wish you a very pleasant day, and we hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.